So for me, getting out of a reading slump typically takes a really good thriller. So if I ever do feel myself getting in a slump or I've been in a slump and I want to kind of kickstart my reading again, I typically do reach for a fast-paced thriller. So I have three here today that I want to share that I think are good for kind of re-kickstarting that reading because they're just very compulsively readable. They have kind of a hook that really draws you in instantly, and I think are just, pretty fun. So starting with number one on the list, and it is The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware, which was a fairly popular Ruth Ware in the past. She, I feel as though, has kind of fallen out of like the top thriller author contention, maybe to like tier two. But The Death of Mrs. Westaway and The Turn of the Key, which I do have, I don't know why I didn't grab it, but both of these are so fun and so fast paced. The Death of Mrs. Westaway, you're following a character who receives this letter that basically she is the heir to this inheritance, but it actually is not her. It's kind of a case of mistaken identity, but she is like a fortune teller or something like that. And she kind of like cons her way into this family, and it's just very gothic, very kind of like atmospheric vibes, but every chapter kind of ends on that little punch that keeps you reading to the next chapter. The second book I have is a really, really popular one, and it is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. Now, I see some people really love this and some people really hate this. I fell into the really love it camp. I think it's really fast-paced. It's really fun. There's a lot of dark elements to it, much like a lot of Lisa Jewell's books, but the way that the story is constructed just, I think, keeps you reading and keeps you hooked and is meant to do that. You're following two women named Alex and Josie. And Alex runs this podcast, and then she runs into Josie, and they discover they're like birthday twins. So then they start doing this podcast series together. But Josie kind of has some dark secrets in her past that are being revealed through this podcast. And so you just kind of start unraveling the secrets, and there are multiple POVs in this, multiple timelines. And so it's just really, really readable and really just fast paced. And then lastly, I have The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile. This is a book where you're following a set of characters who is basically investigating this death of a woman in a library. And it very much gives like secret history kind of vibes. But then there's an element of this book that no one has really talked about that just hooks you and keeps you reading. And this I flew through in like a day and a half. It was so quick. So these are three books that I think can pull you out of a reading slump. If you agree or disagree, let me know down below and give me some of your kind of breaking out of slump recommendations.